There's enough wire to go the other side? No? The chair for this? No. Because the sun is facing me, that's where, as I'm fire,
that's the thing.
I cannot, I'm going to move my chair there.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be facing the sun.
Okay. We'll probably leave the mic here.
I'll try to be loud enough.
Yeah, can. We'll try and see whether we can pick up. I'm pretty sure it will pick up. Everything will pick up. Because we're quite empty here then.
My friend,
players, can you come for a while? I'm here just on the top, just have a background. More players. Before we start, it's now 8:57, 3 minutes, 40, then we can start the warm up. Yeah.
no, you don't need to do something, just move it. Okay, just put it. Only one tire there. You want to do mic test? Later you can hear. You hear? Do you hear? 15 loud.
Yeah, I can hear him. 15 left. Is that the umpire? Nice and loud, man. You give him a mic? Is he wearing a headset?
15 loud.
Yep.
Yep, clear. Cho. So you're going to have Cho and Chan as guests as one Victoria school, and then Chan and Suresh as the other.
DCS.
Yep. So Cho Teng Kwok. It's TJ Cheng.
Can I leave the pronunciations to you?
He said Cho Cheng Kwok. So
Okay, then I'm
okay.
just call him Cho.
Cho. Then Kevin Chan Kai Wan. So then I'll say Kevin. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Bill Chan Yu Tang.
warm, and I think it's a warm good morning to one and all. Welcome to the National B Division Tennis Finals, happening right here at the Kallang Tennis Center. Exciting tennis indeed, doubles on court. Today, ladies and gentlemen, the finals between Victoria School and Anglo-Chinese School Independent. I'm your commentator for today, Nigel Mossbergen, and co-commentating with me, no stranger to the game of tennis, having been with Fox Sports as a journalist, as a producer, as a reporter for many, many years. Mosh Dutt. Hi, Mosh.
Hi,
Good morning.
Nigel. Good morning. Thank you for having me here. It's a fantastic day, isn't it? Great day for tennis. The sun is shining, and we have a fantastic final lined up ahead of us. It is, of course, Victoria School against Anglo-Chinese School Independent.
Okay, it's going to be it's a best of 5 match tie, ladies and gentlemen. All 5 matches are being played simultaneously right now, and we will be featuring on this live stream this doubles match, which I think is the first doubles, considered the first doubles, simultaneously happening right now, the first, second and third singles and the second doubles. So it's a best of 5 tie. The school that wins 3 out of 5 matches obviously would be crowned this year's National B Division Finals champions. Who do we have on court? Do you know?
Yep, Nigel, wearing the red and white t-shirts is Victoria School, and playing for them will be Cho Teng Kwok, who's 15 years old, and his partner is Kevin Chan Kai Wen, who's also 15, and they represent Victoria, of course. For ACSI, we've got Bill Chan Yu Tang, who's turning 15 this year, and Aditya Suresh, who's turning 16 this year. They play for ACSI. And these guys roughly have been playing tennis for the last 7-8 years.
Wow.
And now it's gotten serious for them, of course. Big fans of the big 3, as we know in tennis. And when I ask them who their favorite players are, of course you've got your Nadal, Federer, Djokovic coming up in that order. And that's not a surprise, is it?
Do you obviously play a little bit of tennis, you follow it closely.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
Oh, I'm from Martina Navratilova, Chris
Oh.
Evert days. Does that give away my age?
No, maybe then I should say McEnroe, Paul.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Then I'm giving away mine.
So the interesting person here is Cho Teng Kwok from Victoria School, who doesn't have a favorite player. But he does like tweeners, so I think Nick Kyrgios inclined, maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, a couple of guys, Kevin and Bill. Kevin from Victoria, Bill from ACS, love their forehands, so look out for that in this match. While Aditya from ACSI likes his serve. He's quite confident about his serve. They're feeling good. They're feeling confident about their game coming into this final.
Right.
They've been training about 4 times a week on average. You know, so they know what's coming up today.
Well, I think it's been a very good run to the finals, especially for Anglo-Chinese School Independent ACS. In the semi-finals, Victoria School beat SJI, St. Joseph's Institution, incidentally my alma mater, beat them by 3 matches to 2. And in the other semi, ACS took on Raffles Institution, also a powerhouse in tennis. But in the semi-finals, ACS thrashed, I guess is the word, RI 5 matches to love. So I think coming into this final, ACS I would think is the slight favorite. But as they say, the ball is round, anything's possible. Yeah. All 5 matches played at the same time, so the players won't know how their compatriots and how the other players in the squad are doing.
Well, I think that's a good thing, because that kind of eases off the pressure a little bit. You know, they can play their natural game. They don't know what's going on as far as the school standings are concerned, and that just, you know, makes it about the game and the match. And that would be, I think, what they want, because, you know, added pressure we've seen in the past, of course, in the schools games itself, and we've seen it in sports just generally. When you have pressure, it just, you know, plays with your mental game a lot, especially.
Absolutely. And at this age, 15, 16, being, you know, secondary 3, secondary 4 boys, obviously they've got a lot of tennis under their belt. Let's assume they've been playing from young, they've taken lessons. We can see from the warm-up that they can really hit this ball. I think at the end of the day, it's not just the physical part of it, the fitness and the skill. It's also that mental, that ability to close off games, close off matches, etc. We hear there from our umpire on court, umpire Irfan. He's in charge today. There are line judges who are doubling up as ball boys, I think. So from each of the schools, we have one, I guess you could call it a line judge, cum ball boy.
Yeah.
The way it works, folks, you can hear the umpire there giving the rules.
And elected to serve.
ACS, of course, are winning the toss there, and electing to serve is what the umpire said.
Yep. 1 minute, the boys will take a breather just to have a sip of water, hydrate. It's a best of 3 sets. For those of you that know tennis, a best of 3 sets. In the case of a deuce point, if it goes to 40 all, and that's deuce, it'll be a deciding point. No ad point, no ad score. The deciding point is a receiver's choice. In the course of the set being at 6 games all, the teams will play to a tiebreak to 7 points and win by 2 points. I think that about covers it.
Yeah, it is. It will, it's going to be close. It's a final, of course. So, we expect it to be a close match. They're going to give it their all on court. And just by the, if you look at the setting and, the weather, it's going to get hotter as the day goes on. So they want to also, at the same time, make it faster for themselves so that they don't get affected by the weather so much.
Right.
So this is going to be a fast-paced doubles match.
Yep. And they're playing, well, relatively early, 8 in the morning. A match like this, normally about 2 hours. The weather gods have been kind thus far. The weather report is a little iffy. When I speak of that, I mean that this afternoon there is the National B Division Girls Final, and the final this afternoon of the girls in the same division will be contested by Methodist Girls School taking on Singapore Chinese Girls School. The match should begin any moment now.
It's ready. First set. ACS to serve. Presenting ACS. Aditya Suresh is ready. Play. Ball.
Well, we see a lefty serve. Did he say he was a Nadal fan or?
Aditya is a Roger Federer fan.
Oh, okay.
Out.
That was a good serve.
Hello.
And he did say his serve is his best shot, so there you go. First serve was a bit nervy.
Yeah, second serve, top spin.
Yep.
Confident young man, tall boy.
Yep.
Yep.
He's built well.
Yep.
Ball.
Serving big on his first serve.
Love.
Okay.
So 30 love. ACSI taking, drawing first blood, if it may, and getting on to a confident start.
There are no scoreboards on court, ladies and gentlemen, so we are dependent on the scores, the scoring as we hear the umpire call it. So there could be an occasional error on screen in terms of score. Right now at 30 love, good smash coming up to the, good forehand coming up to the net.
Yep, he's serving big, and his opponents are struggling to return the ball. Even on the second serve, you can see that.
And that's a great first serve.
Yep.
Okay, off to a fine start. 40 love game.
Yep, ACSI have won it to love. So good start from ACSI. They've, like I said, Aditya Suresh likes to serve, and he did show that. I mean, he did first serve. He made a couple of faults, of course. So that's nerves, I would imagine, early on. He needs to kind of dust it off, and I think he'll get more confident as the match progresses. Now it's Victoria School, of course, have to show what they've got as they change over.
Sure. Well, a lot of these boys, they'll go for it on the first serve, you know, trying to get an ace or trying to get an immediate service winner. And then the second serve, maybe, you know, they'll hold back a little bit, put a little bit more topspin. But these guys can really play. We can see that, folks. If you've just joined us, we've got Anglo-Chinese School Independent, ACS, taking on Victoria School. In this, the national finals, boys B division, meaning 15, 16-year-old, secondary 3, secondary 4. In this year's NSG National School Games. Return call out. Love 15. Victoria now serving at love 15.
That's a double fault.
That's a double fault, so love 30.
So they've just got to, you know, keep strong,
Nerves.
you know, and
Right
keep
now
their
it's nerves. Yep.
yeah, keep their sort of, you know, focus.
Yep, nerves. Also, as you can see, there's a bit of shadow on the court. The sun's coming in from behind the umpire. And there's a bit of shade here by the stands. Love 40 on double faults. Two double faults, 2 in a row.
Unfortunately, it's yeah, you know, when you're playing in a final, it's all about soaking up the pressure, isn't it? We've seen it at the biggest levels, people crumbling, people choking. So, you know, that's a lot to take in.
Simple return, cross score, and out.
Yeah.
And the score, second game to ACS, score now 2-love in favor of ACS Independent.
So we saw Aditya Suresh serve the first game for ACSI, and now it's going to be Bill Chan who's going to serve.
If you've just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, these are the NSG National School Games, Tennis B Division Final. And this is being live streamed, of course. All 5 matches happening simultaneously, a best of 5 match tie. ACS come in as a slight favorite over Victoria.
You know,
Good returning. No, well, that was unfortunately went out, but the earlier point was a good return from
Yep.
Victoria. So they're trying to find their ground.
Yep.
They're standing quite far behind the baseline, so that tells
Yep.
you how hard ACSI are hitting the ball.
Yep. Well, those are deep serves, big
Yeah.
serves. A nice return. Oh,
Oh,
tried to hit a smash, but went right into the net.
ready?
Okay. As I said, we may have a scoring issue because we don't have a scoreboard and we're dependent on
30 all.
30 all. Hearing the umpire's call. So we're at 30 all.
well, Victoria need to win this, I think. Get back in the game.
Okay.
It's a
Great
Nice
return.
return.
Yeah.
Good down the line. Caught him by surprise. 40-30, Victoria. Nice serve. That's a smash. You won't get it.
Yes, deciding point.
Deuce.
Choice.
At 40 all, it's a deuce point, and it's
So-
a deciding point.
And Kevin's decided to receive it for
Okay.
Victoria. Kevin Chan.
Okay. Well, here we go. Nice serve.
Hold out. ABCS.
That's a great volley. Nice drop volley. And
yeah.
ACS have raced to a 3-love lead, Mosh.
Well, they are strong. You know, if you look at their performance in this tournament, they have really sort of bamboozled their opponents, if I might say so. You know, except for playing ACS Barker in the group stages where they dropped a game, it's all been 5-love.
Really?
5-0.
Really?
And the scorelines for ACSI. So, you know,
man.
this is not surprising in a way,
Oh,
but,
man.
you know, it's still early
man.
days to say
Well,
anything.
Overconfidence can be a killer, like they say, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, when you're
on a high, come in as a top seed, anything can happen.
Right, you're on a roll, right? Momentum is everything in sport.
Yeah.
And so it's been ACS Barker that they beat 4-1. Then they beat Victoria School in the group stages. Group B, they played each other, and it was a
they've already
5-0
played?
win. Yeah,
Wow.
it was a 5-0 win there in the group stage.
Okay.
And then NUS High School of Mathematics and Science was a 5-0 win as well.
Okay.
And then St. Andrew School, secondary school, 5-0 win in the group stage. And then in the semi-final, of course, as you said, 5-0 against RI.
So it looks like ACS Independent is not used to losing.
Or dropping games.
Okay. Where we at? That's going to be
Love 30.
Love 30. Oh my. Some good returns from ACS. Victoria need to compose themselves, I think.
What?
Second serve.
Out.
That's long.
That was long, yeah.
Love 40.
Love 40.
I think the second serve was quite weak
Yep.
from Victoria. It was quite easy to return,
Yep.
and that set them up for, you know, ACSI got set up with that.
Yep. And here we go. Nice single-handed backhand return from the lefty. This is going to be nice. Well played.
Oh, well returned.
ACS.
Great in between the two
ACS
players.
Right down the middle.
Really well played.
Right down the middle. 4-love, ACS. This is moving along rather quickly.
Yep.
And we're here at this year's NSG 2021 games. Go to the website go.gov.sg/NSG, folks. That'll give you all the information you need, all the live streams, even you can even watch later for matches that have already been played.
Love.
15-love ACS. Like I said, the website, that link will also give you the schedules, the fixtures, the scores of previous matches, and a lot of information on this year's NSG 2021.
Love.
Really
Great serve.
strong serve. Like, really, you know, it's also accurate.
Yep.
It's hard and it's
Yep.
accurate.
Yep.
And that's what you need, in
Yep.
a, you know, in a serve.
I would have difficulty receiving that serve, trust me.
Yeah.
Do you play a little bit?
I play a little bit, but nothing to boast about. I'd rather say I watch tennis a lot.
All right, that's what they all say. And then they come on court and blast you away.
Correct.
All right, here we go. 30-love, 4-love. Fault, first serve. Here at the Kallang Tennis Center, ladies and gentlemen, for the National B Division Boys Final. ACS Independent in the foreground against Victoria School, playing at the back of court.
What?
That's a double fault.
First double fault, I think.
30-15.
30-15.
Again, well served.
Redeems himself, and another serve, 40-15. Good serve, I mean. Fault. Second serve.
Second serve, great second serve, deep. The thing is, you know, you want to get the second serve going as quickly as possible so it doesn't give the opponents a chance to settle. So, you know, both serves quickly, and he hits it hard. You know, Aditya hits it hard. So he's going to try and get it deep, get it hard, get it quick.
Yep.
And so, the opponents are almost caught off guard.
Right.
So, yeah, great stuff.
Puts a little bit of topspin into that as well, making it hard to return. We are in the 61st edition, I guess you would call it, of the National School Games. It first started, fun fact, in 1959. In those days, it was called the Inter-School Championships. And now, of course, it's called the National School Games, or the NSG for short. And this year, in 2021, 12 sports have been competed in. They are all non-contact sports. I'll name them, folks. Badminton, tennis, table tennis, volleyball, sepak takraw, wushu, taekwondo, shooting, golf, the one I love saying, rope skipping, bowling and gymnastics. All non-contact sports. And apparently 12,000 students are competing this year from 270 schools, both primary and secondary, competing in these 12 sports. The full complement of NSG would be 29 sports. That obviously that includes the contact sports, but it's really good that in 2021 the NSG has come back. It wasn't competed in 2020 due to COVID, of course. And what do you think, Mosh? Good that it's come back, giving all these young players, boys and girls, schools, an opportunity to play their favorite sport?
Absolutely. You know, it's hard when you've been staying in all year. You've been staying indoors. You've been confined to your home and just to your school. Finally, as an athlete, especially to get back out there, is so important.
Yep.
It's, you know, you know, things just mentally change. You're just more upbeat in life when you start playing sport again, right?
Absolutely.
So, just Victoria School now serving to stay in the match, in the set.
Well, in the set. As you can see, the stands are empty, ladies and gentlemen. This is deliberate due to social distancing measures and all the restrictions. No spectators are allowed. It's Love 30 score. No spectators are allowed. So the only people in the Kallang Tennis Center would be the teams themselves, the coaches, the teachers, obviously the officials, the technical crew, and ourselves. So unfortunately, no spectators or parents allowed. However, because it's being live streamed, everyone, I guess, at home, and all of you get the opportunity to watch this match live with us.
Oh, that was really well taken by Kevin Chan from Victoria School. He, you know, it was going quite wide, and he made it, you know, before the second bounce, really. So that was really well taken.
Right, well played. And that volley went out. Now serving at 30 all. Trying to prevent the bagel and take at least one game in the set.
That's important.
We're at 5 love, ACS, 30 all, second serve.
And that is an important point, because that
Good
takes
serve.
you up 40-30.
Victoria, 40-30.
And that means that, you know, you're just a point away from getting a game in. Which does
Victoria.
a lot,
Yep.
you know.
For confidence.
Yes.
Nice serve. Good return. Hold your nerve. Okay, wow. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Play down the line.
Wow. He changed the direction. Instead of going back cross court, he went down the line, unexpected.
Yep.
Great shot.
Yeah, great shot. And the thing is, you know, first serious rally, if I may, in this game.
Yeah, yes. That's more than 4 shots. Or
Yeah,
5.
exactly.
Yeah. Doubles is normally very fast, obviously.
Yep.
But this one is being played very speedily. We're only like 25 minutes in, or 20 minutes in, on this first set. Lots of top spin. Nice. Still in play. Nice rally.
Oh,
And that's short. That's short. It crossed the net.
he did try really hard
wow.
to get that. You know, he made the ball, but
Game in first set. ACS.
And unfortunately, it's a bagel win for
Okay.
ACS. Victoria tried so hard in
Wow.
that last game especially. You know, you've got to give them credit. They're pushing, you know, they're giving their best. They're trying very hard to get back in this game. But ACS, well, in that first set, really strong, really confident.
Race to a 6-love lead. 6-love victory in first set. We'll be back in a minute or two with the second set. We're just going to take a short timeout, just like the players are.
ACS to serve, Bill Chan. Second set. Love.
Okay, we're back.
So what do you think Victoria School should do differently in their game in this second set, Nigel? Do you think, I mean, I just think that they need to sort of go faster, you know, shake their opponents up a little bit.
Well, I think strategy-wise, they've been playing very defensively
Yeah.
in the first set. It hasn't worked. But they're trying. Nicely
There
done.
you go.
He's
There
got a
you
point.
go. Brilliant.
You know,
Good net play.
The score is, did I hear 15 all? Yep. We missed the first point, actually. We came in late. Okay, so 15 all. Victoria, like I said, ACS is definitely the more aggressive team. They're coming at net. They're making a lot of volleys. They're being more aggressive on their forehand. And that is a really good serve.
Yep, that's Bill Chan from ACSI,
30-15 ACS.
15-year-old. Djokovic is his
Wow.
favorite player.
Wow.
Loves his forehand. That's his favorite shot. So, you know, that's a great player to model yourself on.
Absolutely. This is going to
Oh,
be easy.
well played again.
Well put away.
15.
The height of Aditya Suresh is going to certainly, you know, play a part in this game. He's a tall boy, and you know he uses that to his advantage.
Yep.
You know, hits the ball hard, especially downward, so you get that bounce, and then it's hard for the Victoria boys to then return, obviously.
Ball.
That's a fault. Well, the weather gods have been good. The sun is out.
Game.
Oh, it's game.
Yes, it's game.
We lost the score. It was, it's game.
Turn to serve. Two.
Victoria School to serve.
Good love.
15
love. Second serve.
Out.
Let's go now.
You know,
15 all. score is 15 all. We're just double checking on the scores, ladies and gentlemen. Motion will be right back. You.
Out. 15-30.
That's out. 15-30. We're in the second game. We're just double checking the score of the first game. We couldn't quite hear the umpire. As we said, there are no scoreboards on court.
15-40.
Due to social distancing measures, the camera crew and the technical crew and ourselves asking a question of the umpire.
Box. Game ACS. ACS leads 2 games to love. Second set.
ACS leads 2 games to love in the second set. Okay, we've got it.
We got there in the end.
Yeah, we got it. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Like we said, in COVID times, we are not even on court. We are socially distant, our technical crew. No scoreboard. Very reliant on the umpire's calls, and as we commentate at the same time. So, a lot happening. So, Victoria have been unable thus far to secure 1 game. Oh, he had that shot, Victoria. What a pity. He had an open court.
Yeah. Look, and when you get also to these now, we're almost halfway through the second set, or you're almost hitting the halfway mark of the second set. You're set down. You're love 2 down. You've got to be able to find or make the easy shots. That's well out.
Second serve.
Yeah.
He's got a great second serve.
Yeah, he does.
15 love, ACS.
Aditya Suresh from ACS, he's going to be 16 this year. Roger Federer is his favorite player, and his serve is his favorite shot, as I mentioned before. So he trains about 4 times a week, he says. He's serious about his tennis. And at this age, when at 15, 16, you pick a sport, you stick to it, and you try your best, and especially if you love it, and you go for it, right? So to be in the final, I'm sure for him is a big, big achievement itself. But nothing will be sweeter than winning the champions medal with
Absolutely. And I think ACS headed there well as far as this match is concerned. Great first serve.
Oh.
Study.
Okay, that is one of the few unforced errors we're seeing from the ACS team. If you've just joined us, folks, 15:30. The other way around, 15:30. ACS 15. Victoria 30. Yeah, 15:30. Thank you. First serve. Nicely put away.
Overhead.
30 all.
30 all. If you've just joined us, welcome to the National B Division Finals here at the Kallang Tennis Center. Victoria School taking on Anglo-Chinese School. We are now watching the doubles. This is the second set of the first doubles. ACS took the first set comfortably, 6 love. Now in set 2, it's at 40-30 ACS.
Yeah.
All 5 matches being played simultaneously, ladies and gentlemen, for this to decide the winner of this year's National Final B Division.
Yes.
Again, another great serve from Aditya Suresh.
Second
He's
set.
just,
By 1 set to
hitting
love.
it right at the corner.
Yep.
And just every time, that's his aim, and just gets it there every single time. His opponent, is ready to receive, and
Absolutely.
but it's just really fast, really hard. When the ball comes at you fast and hard.
Yep. And
You know.
the serve is his weapon. You can see
Yeah.
he serves with a lot of variation
Yeah.
on the difference between his first and his second serve.
Yep.
Where he's putting the ball. It's very difficult, not so easy for the opponent to know where that ball is going. So kudos to him.
Yeah.
Good serving. Both the ACS boys serve very well, actually.
And they're very different serves.
Yep,
and
as
that
well.
that adds variety to the game as well, right? So
Sure.
as a pair, they've got a lot of the match or the game skills covered.
Sure.
But yeah, it's been really a pleasure to watch
Yep.
ACS Independent.
Okay, Victoria. Go Victoria.
Out.
Well served.
15 love.
In love.
Victoria, 15 love. Second serve.
Out. 30 love.
30 love. Well, VS have a 30 love lead in game 4.
Now they just got to hold on to this lead.
Yeah, that's a slight advantage actually. If you got to
Yeah.
hold on to that, every point counts.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Forget about the last point. Forget about the game score. Forget about the set score.
Yeah.
Play every point.
And you've got to make the easier shots.
Yes,
At
correct.
this stage, if you want to come back, you've got to be able to make the easier shots.
Correct. And just go for it.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh my god.
nothing to lose.
Out.
Okay.
Out.
30-15.
30-15.
Camera's a little frozen. Okay. Well, we're good. 30-15, Victoria.
So this is, this has been Victoria's slight problem, if I can say, that, when it comes to where they've got the lead, 30 love, 30-15, 40-15, they then somehow, or, maybe ACS do it well, where they come back stronger, but, they've not managed to hold on
And
to
they
their
force
leads.
the errors.
40-15.
Okay. 40-15, Victoria. One big serve, or one good serve. And they put, they
The
get a point,
names on
their
the
name on the board.
scoreboard.
Yep, get their names on the board.
Hook.
Oh,
It's double fault.
double fault.
40-30.
40-30.
Well, one more chance to hold on to it, because I think if it goes to deuce, then ACS will come back hard. They've
Yep.
got to do it now.
Yep. Hold his nerve, big first serve. Nice return.
Deuce. Deciding
Deuce.
point. No choice.
So he served really well, almost in the middle, and then the return was superb because it pushed him wide,
Right.
right? So, and then it makes it hard for him to
Right.
get to the ball,
Pushed him to the corner.
right?
And then a weak return into the net. Here we go, second serve. This is it. Hold his nerve.
Out.
And
Yes.
Yep.
They need 4 games to love.
double fault. 4 games to love. As you said.
This is the part where they just need to find their zone and hold on to whatever confidence, belief they have within themselves, within their game, and just try and convert it to a win. Right now, the immediate task has to be converting the points to a win.
10.
Yep,
Game by game, you build yourself back.
yep. It was a 40-15 score and blew it. So, I know the feeling, by the way.
Yeah.
So 4-love, ACS racing in to a lead in the second set. They've taken the first set, 6 games to love.
15-all.
all.
long serve.
Yeah, good serve.
So the other thing I noticed is, the communication. I was expecting there to be a little bit more communication between the boys when, in between points. But it's quite, they're quite serious, they're quite quiet.
Well, I think they know, they've obviously played together quite often. So they seem to know their tactics and have their strategy. That's a double fault, I think. That's a fault. So at 30 all, the ACS boys are communicating
A little bit more.
between the points.
Yeah.
They are talking to each other. The server is telling the other guy where he's going to go with the serve.
Out.
That return went well out.
So the guy at the net knows where to position himself for the return,
Yeah.
in case the return comes right back at him. So there is a little bit of anticipation.
Yes. Oh, that was.
But doubles communication is necessary. That's a great volley.
That was smooth. Smooth
We
as
are
soft. Roger Federer.
We're at 5-love.
Yeah, 5-love.
ACS 5-love.
They're going to serve to win. Serve for the match.
Well, they're going to serve for this match. And it may all be done within the hour, ladies and gentlemen. We are in a 5-match final. All matches are being played simultaneously. However, only this first doubles match is being live streamed to you. So if you want to know the scores for all the matches and how the tie finally ends, in other words, the winner of this year's National B Division Finals, give it some time. The scores will be updated and we will see whether it's ACS Independent or Victoria School that's going to lift this year's National B Division Finals Cup.
They're going to reclaim the throne, as far as I understand.
Yes, and go to that website, go.gov.sg/NSG for all the live streams. Watch later, watch previous matches, fixtures, results, etc. What's upcoming? The National School Games is going to continue in the month of May as well, till the June school holidays.
Yeah. So ACSI, of course, a formidable team.
Love 15. Victoria managed the first point of this last game. Well, perhaps I'm speaking too soon. Perhaps not the last game of the set or the match. But here we go. Anything's possible, but I think a comeback, a big comeback at this time doesn't seem
Likely.
likely.
Yeah.
That's a nice serve down the line, actually.
Yeah, he tried
Well
that. with
taken. Nice return. It was well read.
Yeah. He tried to do that in the first serve, and it
Yeah.
went slightly.
Yeah.
He missed the
Yeah.
mark slightly. So he did that again in the second serve, but obviously a little bit weaker, which allowed the Aditya Suresh to return it better.
Yep. Well, Suresh read it well.
Yeah.
Anticipated, moved in, great backhand. Okay, 15 all.
Out.
That went out.
30-15.
30-15. Again, Victoria slim. Even a 1 point advantage for Victoria is an advantage.
Correct. They've got to take what they can.
Yep. Take every shot, play every point, and
Beautifully placed. That is about shot placement. It's so well placed, in between the two players on the far court,
30
really
all.
well placed.
30 all. Second serve.
Out.
He hit that too hard.
That's a long return. Yeah, that's a long return. That's a nice play from the Victoria schoolboy. 40-30. Okay, we have game point. Victoria School.
Again. And hopefully they convert it on the first attempt. Fingers crossed, you know. This is going to be big if they can get a game in.
Well, I think they want to avoid that bagel. Nice serve. Well returned. Good placement.
Good running as well.
Yeah.
Receiver's choice.
Okay, we're at deuce.
So,
Deciding point.
Aditya Suresh going to receive. He chose to receive.
Ball.
He reads the serve well. He does come in, and now it's a second serve.
And it's his height. He's going to use his height here to his advantage.
Yep.
Ball.
Double.
And another.
ACS. Set to
An
love.
Double fault.
unfortunate way
6 love.
6 love.
to end this match with a double fault.
The final score, ladies and gentlemen, 2 sets to love. 2 sets to love in favor of ACS Independent in this, the first doubles of the National B Division Finals. Like I said earlier, this is the only match being covered on live stream. So to check on the other scores, you'll have to wait, ladies and gentlemen, because some of the matches are still in progress, especially the singles matches. But Mosh, this has been a doubles match that has been done and dusted in about 15 minutes, I think.
Masterclass, would you say?
Well,
Maybe.
yeah.
6 love. It's the best score you'd want as the winning team.
So we want to congratulate our 2 ACS boys.
Yep.
They've done a great job.
Bill Chan and Aditya Suresh did really well. They came in all guns blazing, and they have, certainly lived up to the task of being the favorites. ACSI, they've lived up to it. So it is certainly been a flawless performance as far as ACSI are concerned. Victoria School will be happy to get to the final, so they'll, all the lessons learned, they'll take it back, they'll go back to the drawing board, they'll figure it out. But being in a final at the National School Games B Division, that itself is an, amazing, applaudable achievement.
And the opportunity to compete, especially in these times.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we'll bid you adieu. We'll be back. Well, at least I'll be back this afternoon at 3 p.m. for the National B Division Finals Girls, when Methodist Girls School take on Singapore Chinese Girls School. And I think tomorrow you're at some badminton, right?
Yes, I've got the badminton going, so
Okay.
I will see you then.
Well, all's happening this year, ladies and gentlemen, in the National School Games, this year's NSG 2021. I'm Nigel Mossbergen.
I'm Moshtat. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye-bye. Have a good morning, everyone. Thank you.